And a very good evening to you, and welcome to this evening's Pageant Land with myself, Dion John. We have another very special guest, and that's our lovely Debbie, who's your UK's National Miss Classic Stoke on Trent. Now, that is a long title. How are you doing, Debbie?
I'm good, Dion. How are you? Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, getting there. I'm propped up. Thank you. I'm
Oh.
getting there very slowly. Hence why I'm, a bit washed
Oh.
out, but I'm good. Thank you.
Well, you look fabulous, darling. Let's say you look fabulous.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. So you have an incredible final coming up very, very soon. All of us here from Pageant Land should be there. I definitely should be cheering you on live, and we're really excited for it. And that's the UK's National Miss Final. That's at the beginning of July. Now, you've had such an incredible pageant journey. Just tell the viewers where it all started, why you got into pageants in the first place, and the little journey that you've had.
Oh, honestly, it's not a little journey. My first pageant was over 40 years ago, Dion, when I was 16. I know, and I'm 57 now, so there was a big break in between, so I won't lie. So I started taking part in pageants when I was 16, which was incredible, I have to say, because it led to my career in local radio, because my friend entered me into a pageant called Miss Signal Radio, and there were two titles. There was the main title of Miss Signal Radio, and the other title was Miss Signal Radio Personality. And you won that by a whole host of other things. And part and parcel of it was actually being interviewed on the radio. And the listeners basically voted for the winner. Now, the listeners at the time, there were about 250,000 listeners with Signal Radio. So they voted for the winner. So I won that title, and it led to me working for a number of years with the radio station and I worked on the following Miss Signal radios in the promotion and the sponsorship department. So that's where it started, really. And I did some of the Miss England heats with Miss Stoke on Trent. And then, of course, back then in the 80s, you definitely wouldn't have seen somebody like me taking part in a pageant, because it would have been exclusive to young girls, really. Once you were maybe married or having kids or over the age of 25, you were kind of thrown on the scrap heap, really. So that's kind of where my pageant journey ended, until around about, oh my gosh, it was probably about 10 years ago, when so weird, because it was around about the same time I started the business with the prom dresses. I was looking for a supplier and contacted Kiss Me Kate Designs in Birmingham. So they invited me to one of their events to come and view the collection, and it happened to be a pageant. So went down to have a look at the collection, and met a girl there who was taking part in Miss Great Britain. It's probably about 12 years ago now, I want to say. And so we got to talking, and I was telling her I was setting the business up and how I'd come to set the business up, which was another bizarre story in itself, how I set the business up. Anyway, I sponsored her, went to watch her at Miss Great Britain, and literally fell in love all over again, watching the girls on the stage, thinking, reminiscing, that's what I used to do. And then in no time at all, there was a Ms category, then a classic category. And then, of course, around about 10 years ago, Heidi entered Miss Junior Teen Great Britain, then Miss Teen Great Britain. She did Miss Galaxy last year, then she did Miss Pageant Girl and won. So she'll be handing over this weekend. So it's been a long, exciting journey. And do you know what? Meeting so many people and so many doors and so many windows of opportunity coming my way because of it has just been absolutely amazing. The one system that I really wanted to do after Miss Great Britain was, of course, UK's National Miss, because that's a holly And I think I've been to every single Holly pageant over the past 10 years with Heidi as a competitor, watching friends, sponsored various girls, and just as a fan. And to be able to take part in that in a few weeks' time I cannot tell you, Dion, how excited I am. It's just going to be a real pinch me moment, I think, all over again. So
Oh,
yeah, that's my pageant journey from 1985 to 2026.
yeah, I can't believe I said that as a small journey. I was meant to say big journey, actually, because it just spans back so long. And it's such an incredible journey. I absolutely love it. And I love watching you on stage. You just shine on stage. You've just got such a wonderful personality, but you're so great on stage as well. It's like just you light the whole room up. So I
Oh,
cannot
thank
wait to
you.
see you on the UK's national Miss
I
stage.
hope I don't fall over now you say that.
Yeah, yeah, you'll be fine. Oh, we all get that, don't we? It's like the week before. It's like, oh, do you get weird dreams? Or you think, oh, I'm going to trip over. I'm going to trip over.
Yes.
I'll trip up. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
You are
100%.
you are such a busy lady with you running a business, your job, being a pageant director, a mum, and competing. Tell me a little bit how you manage all this and fit everything in.
And do you know what, Dion? I think if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I honestly believe that. And, I've got a great career, which I absolutely love. I've got the business, which it was a fluke starting the business. It was quite bizarre, really, because before I started the business, which is 10, 11 years ago now, when Heidi was younger, she was a ballroom and Latin dancer. And ballroom and Latin dancing with the dresses is very similar to pageantry, where they're very expensive, and then you try and sell them or you loan them out and you borrow, beg, steal, and borrow type things. So that's how it is with ballroom dancing as well. But I was quite fortunate where I was buying Heidi some lovely dresses, and the girls at the studio were either coming to try them on to buy them or to borrow them or to rent them. So it was kind of a little bit of a business, but not a business as such. It was something I did alongside work. And one of the girls one day at the dance studio had said, "Oh, it's my prom next year. Do you do prom dresses?" And I said, "No." Heidi was a lot younger at the time. She was nowhere near going to prom. And my boys had never really wanted to go to proms. Neither of them went. So I was a little bit, I'm not really sure about. I'll have a little look into it, which is how I started the business. So it was a little bit, just a little bit of a fluke. But the girls at the dance studio used to call this the dancey dressing room. It was just the dancey dressing room, which was quite funny. And oh, can we come to the dancey dressing room? So Heidi's friends had come and they come and play dress up in the room. Anyway, subsequently, I did kind of get a very small collection of dresses, only about 15. Ridiculous now, saying as I've got about 600, but I had about 15 dresses to start. The girls were coming and trying the dresses on, and they said, "Oh, it's now the prom dressing room, not the dancey dressing room." And that's where the name came from. It was just literally a fluke. And I was doing that alongside my job for a couple of years. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this full time. But this just did not work out full time because I don't have a premises. I work from home. I've got two massive rooms, as you've seen, with dresses in. So half of the house is actually a business. But it's very seasonal. So weirdly, my job was a fluke too. I contacted a temping agency and said, I could do with doing some temping work outside of prom season. Went to the company that I now work for, who I've been working for 7 or 8 years. And I went for 4 days and I'm still there now. So it's kind of been a work in progress of, working in the company that I work for, which I love my job. It's not work. And I always say that if you love your job, you'll never work a day. And I don't feel like I do. And I now work the business around my job. So it's an evening and weekend business. Heidi now has a big involvement in it as well. But I love my career. I love my business. both a little bit of a fluke, which is weird. And so was the pageant. The pageant was a fluke as well. I just think sometimes if a door opens, even if it's that much, swing it open. What's the worst that can happen? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, at least you can look back and say, well, I gave that a go. And I did. And the pageant, the first pageant that I directed, again, was probably about 12 years ago, something like that. It was only a small local pageant with the business called Miss Prom Staffordshire. So lots of the girls who are coming for prom dresses see all of the kit and caboodle that we've got here, crowns and pictures and memorabilia, and started entering the pageant. And of course, the girls were coming and saying, oh, look at all this. How do I become a pageant queen? How do I become a pageant queen? Oh, I'd love to be a pageant queen. But it was actually called Miss Prom Staffordshire. And then I had girls who were all over the country coming to me for dresses saying, oh, can't I enter that because I'm not from Staffordshire? And the amount of people who would come and say, oh, I'd love to be a pageant queen, or how can you be a pageant queen? So I renamed it Pageant Queen. So that's how that came about. And again, I love directing, absolutely love doing that. So that's not hard work to me. I love my job. That's not hard work. I love running the prom dressing room. That's not hard work. And obviously, you know, following Heidi round, watching her doing pageantry, that's absolutely not hard work. That's an absolute pleasure. So if you love doing something, it's not a chore. It's a blessing and a pleasure.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. I love the way how a pageant queen got its name as well. That's
I know.
brilliant. That's so cool. Yeah, and it's a great pageant. I really enjoy it. And obviously my little girl's one of your queens at the moment,
She
and she
is. I
absolutely
love
loves
her.
it.
Yeah.
It's a great night, and the Peers Awards as well. It's just a wonderful night. It's just so entertaining. I don't think I've missed one actually. I think I've been at every single one, and I've loved every single one. It's been fabulous. So
The
looking forward to that.
six years. This year is
Yeah,
the 6th year. I can't believe it's been 6
yeah.
years, but yeah, crazy. We
Love
actually
that so much.
it was Laura White and myself who came up with that idea way longer ago than that. We were all prepped to launch the pageant before COVID, and we
Mm.
booked a venue and everything, and we were starting doing a little bit of promo for it when COVID happened, and we put the date back 3 times, and we got girls who were wait. I know, and it was just forever. So the first pageant queen was just after COVID, but we'd been trying to put this event on for ever and a day before then, and just couldn't
Yeah.
seem to get started with it because of that. But yeah, it's amazing. I love directing. I love the amount of girls who've come into the system from either being a customer or just never doing a pageant before, and then I've watched them go on and do so many other pageants, like Heather Jordan and Meg Wright.
Yeah.
Both started with my pageant. They're both doing UK's National Miss with me. There are so many girls who started in my system who've gone on to do so many other pageants, and to watch them grow and flourish, as Kirsty Fletcher would say, it's her favourite word, but to watch the girls flourish after coming to me for the very first time taking part in a pageant, I'm just so proud of that. I feel like the grassroots pageant where I'm just sending them on to do other pageants.
It's brilliant though, and the girls you have doing it, they're just such a lovely group.
They're
Always is such a
lovely.
great atmosphere, and it's a real
Yeah,
like electric atmosphere. It's just such a
it
fun
is.
thing. You know, even if we're staying in a haunted hotel, that's fine.
We did. I'm staying there again this year. Kat Hodge, who presents it, she was, Deb, do not put me up in that hotel. So she's staying somewhere else. I'm up for it. I'm living for the haunted. Something happened in my room actually, Dion. My room genuinely was haunted. The lamp gets switching itself. Do you know what though, Kat? She was really naughty. We came back up to the hotel for something. And I said, I'm just going to run into my room and go to the loo. And she said, I'll come down in about 5 minutes. I said, okay then. So anyway, went in my room to the loo. Next minute, my phone's ringing. She went, how long are you going to be? I said, I'm coming now. She'd hidden in the wardrobe in my room. She'd sneaked into my room. I came out of the bathroom and she just, honestly, I actually thought I was going to die. I thought I was having, I thought it was a ghost. She,
That's
and
brilliant.
I came out of the bathroom. She just bounded out of the wardrobe and landed on me. I was like, ah! She's
Oh,
refusing
bless
to
you.
stay there. She's absolutely refusing to stay there this year. But I'm
Yeah.
up for it, Dion. I'll be there
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, we're staying there. We're up for it as well. We like a bit of
100%.
ghost hunting, so we're absolutely fine. It's all good. So with the UK's national Miss system, what was it that made you enter it? What was really the thing that was like, oh, I've got to do this pageant?
I did. I really had to. It's kind of a mission. So I think it goes back really to when Heidi first did Miss Junior Teen GB, then Miss Teen GB, and she's sort of been doing Holly pageants for 10 years. And if she hasn't been competing that year, we've been to watch. So we've literally been to watch every single Holly pageant, UK's National Miss, Pageant Girl, Galaxy, you name it, we've been to watch these pageants. And it's always been just such an amazing experience to sit on the sidelines watching. And when Heidi won Miss Pageant Girl last year, her experience has been unbelievable with Pageant Girl. She's had the most amazing time, and she'd been competing for so long. And it was, well, I think anybody who saw Heidi's reaction when she was announced as the winner, it was the most, bonkers reaction I think anybody's ever seen. But that just showed how much it meant to her to win to win that title and to be part of Holly's system. And she's just had such an amazing experience. That was when I realised more than ever that I'd love to do one of Holly's pageants. But it's really important to me to be true to myself and do a classic pageant, because I am a classic. I'm 57. I shall be 58 this year. So I am a classic. And I want to take part in another system that has that title. That's really important for me because, as I said earlier on, when I was 16, taking part in pageants, you would never have seen somebody like me. And to be a part of something that was part of my youth, something that I absolutely loved when I was younger, to still be able to do that now I'm really, really proud of that. And I'm really proud to be able to continue to do that. And part of that, I do pageants because I love them. I know, certain people will say, oh, there's this reason or that. I do the pageant because I love it. It gives me so much confidence. I love getting up on the stage. I love the amount of social life that you get out of that and the new friends and everything. So I do that for me. But since I've been taking part in pageants again for the last 5 years, the amount of people who have approached me, you would not believe, and said, oh my God, it's amazing what you do. So I had this lady, it was about 6 months ago, I bumped into her in Tesco of all places, and I went to school with her. And she came up, she said, oh, Debbie, oh my God, how are you? And I said, oh, no. So we got talking, and she said, I follow you on social media. I said, oh, do you? And she said, honestly, she said, you have inspired me to do something that I used to do when I was younger. When she was at school, she played football, but she had to play with the boys because there was no girls' football team. And at the age of 57, she's joined a ladies' football team.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and she
So
said
cool.
she'd seen something somewhere, it was either a video or an article or something, that I'd either appeared in or I'd done. And she said, you were talking about doing things that you used to love doing when you were younger, or trying to do something that you wanted to do that you never had time for. She said, and I just thought, I'm going to join a ladies' football team. And she did. And you know what? Having that impact with other women going through midlife, maybe going through the menopause, because we can all fall foul when we get a little bit older of maybe putting the brakes on. I think we should throw the brakes away and just go headlong, fast and furious into whatever thing we want to do and enjoy it regardless of how old we are or anything. It doesn't have to be a pageant. It can be joining a ladies football team. As long as it's something that you love and you enjoy doing, that is a really great part of what I do when people come and talk to me about things that they do. So to continue to do that with UK's National Miss is really, really important for me, to be able to still have that platform and represent women going through midlife for all those other things. But for me, personally, I love to do this, and I'm doing it because I want to do it and I love doing it. It's kind of a byproduct of me doing a pageant that inspires other people to do other things as well. So that's why I'm doing it, because number one, it's a Holly system that I've been a major fan of for so many years now. To follow in my daughter's footsteps when she followed in mine from 40 years ago is just like another moment. But for me to represent that system would be, well, it'd be an honour for me. I'd be really, really proud to represent UK's National Miss.
Oh, it's amazing. I love that, Debbie. That's brilliant. And do you know what? It's just such a great, great thing. And the fact that you do inspire loads of women all around the country and probably around the world as well. And that's a really, really lovely thing. And it's amazing. But as well as doing all this, you actually do something else regularly. And that's you're a keen swimmer. And you have got a swim this week, haven't you? So, like,
oh,
tell
do you
me a
know
bit about
what?
that.
It's going to be such a busy week because Heidi's handover with Pageant Girl is on Saturday, and I'm going up to Lake Windermere on Sunday morning to complete the Great North Swim again. I've done this every year for the past 4 years. I absolutely love it. I must tell you a funny story though. So I actually thought, when I booked it, I thought I was booking the Sunday because obviously Heidi's handover's on the Saturday. So I thought, well, it's got to be, because it's over 3 days, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you book the Sunday. Booked it for the Friday by mistake.
Oh.
So I was like, oh my God. Well, I thought, well, you know what? It's not going to be too bad because we can come back down on the Friday night, stay in Warrington and watch the pageant on Saturday. But I really wanted to do it on the Sunday because I didn't want to take a day off work. Holidays for pageant girls are very, very precious, and I didn't want to use another holiday. So, but I booked the holiday. The holiday was approved, but I really, really wanted to change it. So I kept emailing and emailing and emailing the organisers of the Great North Swim to try and get the Sunday. Never got any response. So the other day I looked at the weather. Friday, 16 degrees, very windy, raining. Sunday, 21 degrees, no wind, and the sun shining. So it'd be like swimming in a mill pond. Anyway, at the 11th hour, they have changed my swim from Friday to Monday. So I've got the day back, so I don't have to have the day off work. And I'm doing that. But I started open water swimming again during COVID because I couldn't get to the pool. The one thing that you could do was actually swim in a lake. And that's how I started swimming in lakes. I've done so many. I've just done so many open water swims now, and I just absolutely. Well, you do yourself. You know exactly. I love it. It just makes me feel so amazing. And there'll be thousands and thousands of people at Lake Windermere at the weekend taking part in the Great North Swim. And it's just an amazing atmosphere. It's, you know, it's such a great sense of achievement. I use it as part of my fundraising as well, which is great. So I've been fundraising for the Christie for UK's National Miss, and that's formed part of my fundraising campaign. But I'd be doing that anyway if I wasn't doing a pageant or anything this year. I'd still be doing the Great North Swim, and I'll be doing it forever. So I just absolutely love it. I should have been doing the summer solstice swim next week, and with Meg Wright, which is in a local lake, and you do it kind of in the middle of the night. It's on the summer solstice. But I'm now actually, my son's just waving to me through the window. I'm going to Ascot. I'm going to Royal Ascot next week, which So Heidi had got tickets for Ladies' Day at Royal Ascot next Thursday and Friday with a boyfriend, and her boyfriend can't get the time off work. So she was like, will you come to Ascot with me? Do you know what? I could turn this camera around on you in a minute. I've got Heidi and Brandon looking through the window at me.
Brilliant.
But her boyfriend can't get the time off work. So I am going. I can hear you, Heidi. So I'm going to Royal Ascot next week instead of doing the summer solstice swim.
Oh, amazing. Oh, it sounds like you've got the best week coming up. I cannot wait to see all the pictures and things like that. It's
So busy. It's going to be so busy.
Yeah.
And then the following week, we're actually going to do a photo shoot with Alicia Cowie. So it's like a full-on pageant few weeks. So Heidi, Ascot, the swim, the photo shoot, and then it's going to be UK's National Miss. So it's a full-on few weeks. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds amazing. I'm like really excited for you. I'm just going to be like stalking you on Facebook now and checking seeing all the pictures and all the bits and pieces coming up. It's going to be fab. So it's been incredible talking to you, Debbie.
Oh,
I
you.
really appreciate you coming on Pageant Land. And obviously all of us, all the team, wish you all the best of luck.
Oh, thank you.
And I will definitely be seeing you in person then. It's going to be fun.
Oh, it should be a good night. I'm looking forward to seeing you there, Dion. And I hope you're fit and well by then.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Thank you so much. But thanks for coming on. And
thanks for inviting me.
Take care.
Yeah, take care. Bye.